We're a little bit more than a week into camp now. Just briefly give us how each one of your position groups are working, then we'll open it up for questions.
It's been fun camp so far with all the guys. I'm really excited to see the development and just how hard they've been working in the summer. Mo Williams has done a great job over the summer, just battling back from that injury last year, and then really just to see him change as far as being a leader and maturing and really buying all the way into what we're doing here. It's going to help our team out tremendously, I think. And then we got guys like Damon Harmon, who wasn't able to play last year. He'll be playing this year. It's been great to see him move around at camp. Definitely going to add a spark to the cornerback room. And then we're hoping to keep Hop, Elijah Hopkins, healthy and see him work through a whole season. That's going to be exciting. And then you guys know Dexter Riggs was really consistent for us last year, and already seeing him compete to get better because all those guys are kind of like a four-core guys that are getting some really good competition. And then we got some new guys that showed up, Quavo Marshall from Kentucky, and you got Mike Gunn, who's a freshman that should be able to get in the mix, and Jamal Miles been doing a phenomenal job. So it's a lot of people, a lot of guys that's competing, and it's going to be able to make an impact. So it's been fun to watch those guys grow in all areas.
With the tight ends, very unique situation. Nobody's hearing it for the very first time. Everybody's at least gone through now their second camp. Both our two youngest guys were here mid-year from a year ago. So we're really not, and I told them from the beginning, we weren't grading okay, you got your assignment done. It's taking it up a level. They should know pretty much from top to bottom in the room, majority older guys should know what they're supposed to do. Now it's the technique. Now it's when the picture changes, how well you adapt. Got a very close-knit group, honing in on their skills. We've got some good depth, and we feel really strong going in with some guys that have had game reps, some that haven't had as many. Maybe more on special teams in years, but we'll be contributing more in the tight end room. And you feel really good about the nucleus in the group that's out there right now. I could close my eyes, throw somebody out there, and I'm pretty sure, that they're going to get the play done correctly. Now it's just edging it out, and it's a competition with a really good group of young men in the tight end room.
Dino, at times last year there were some struggles in the coverage, but I mean, you kind of hit it. Was it much of it injury as anything? I mean, with Mo and Eli and even Christian. I mean, losing for 5 years.
We in the secondary, I think we do a really good job of, we try to put the best players out there, and we kind of recruit athletes that can cover. We play a lot of man, and people know that, and it's you got to be really good to do that. And so last year was kind of crazy. I mean, we lost some guys due to injury. It hurt losing Christian early because he was probably one of our better cover guys, and then Mo the whole year. He played the whole year on a bang leg the whole time. And so you were just trying to figure out ways to keep it going, and Hop ended up going out, the middle of the season too. So it just really made it hard to kind of keep guys fresh that can go in there and play a bunch of man over and over again. So had some strain on us in the secondary, I thought, and we were just trying to find guys that can come in and play on the outside, that can stop receivers from getting open. So it was pretty tough.
Cody, with Jacob Jenkins, how much? I feel like he's going to have a big year. do you feel the same?
I do. Jacob, he's just a good football player, run game and pass game. He, actually today we were coming out, we were running a play, and he asked a question about our defense because he knows we get some funky looks. And I told him one thing, and he kind of questioned me on it. I was like, just do what I tell you. We ran the play today. He was more right, and I was a little more wrong. He goes, so dealing with a little bit of that, that's a good problem to have because he is very intelligent. He sees it like a coach. He knows what's going on. He's bringing those young guys. He's hungry, but in a very selfless way. If it's 3rd and long and he's in there in the pass pro, he's going to take it just as seriously as he is if he's in the pass game. He wants to be successful. He wants to win. He wants everyone around him to do great. He brings along. I mean, he's pretty much a coach, to be honest with you, at this point, to where his level is. I mean, this is technically his 4th year in our system. which is very, hard to come by these days, and I'm very grateful for that. But if I'm not around and I'm coaching up one guy, I can turn around and I can see him coaching up somebody else or asking a question when he's not in, he's getting mental reps. So I would absolutely agree, really, really hoping on a really big year in the run game and the pass game from him.
Just following up on Jacob, and he saw the field a lot, but prior to Bentley's injury last year, that was kind of when he stepped forward a lot in the offense.
He did.
How big was that for him, just that few week stretch of being able to be kind of the focal point?
Oh, good. And he's very selfless, and Bentley was very selfless then, and I think the group as a whole, you're asked to do some O-line stuff, you're asked to do some receiver stuff, you're asked to do all the special team stuff, and for him, it was going through the season, just kind of one gets some reps, the other gets some reps, and kind of back and forth, and he was ready for it, even from the year before he wasn't allowed to be, he had to take a seat back with being ineligible with the transfer rule, so he had to take a backseat role there. He was hungry, before we even came here from a previous institution. It was kind of like how it was last year, right? A little bit less in the beginning, and then more as it went on. He's gotten so many reps now. I mean, I bet if you PFF'd it, he's probably at about 1,000 college reps now overall. And it was big for him. And going into this season, he's ready. He's trying to put as much as we can on his shoulders. And he's proven it so far. And, just can't speak highly enough for him and the room, right? I don't want to take away credit from the room. The rest of them are just as hungry and just as ready to prove out there. And if in our offense you need 3-4 really good tight ends, because, we even got down to it at UMass last year with the injuries. We had Caleb Ryan step up. Caleb Ryan came in at UMass and was the point of attack for 30-something snaps and graded out very well. And he's still with us. He's doing a great job. So, with Jacob and on down, it's very happy with where we're at now. Still always need more work, but feeling good.
How do your expectations of the tight ends and how do their expectations of themselves change as a veteran group, knowing that there's a quarterback competition going on and they could be a key to helping ease that transition?
I think, with them always competing, the quarterback deal, that'll sort itself out. I think, faith with Coach Korn and their decision making and everything like that. They handle their business. Whoever's back there, it could be me at quarterback, it could be Coach Dino at quarterback, it could be whoever. You're going to take that rep the same way, get after it, make a catch, right? Protect the quarterback. I think they know they're very close with all the quarterbacks, and I think all the quarterbacks are very close within themselves, and they know the competition is just going to breed for us to be even better. And they're supporting every single one of them out there, whether it's Bradford or Vasco or Berger or Hawk, every single one of them. They're out there wanting to see them all succeed because they know whoever is pulling that trigger, right, we're all going to be better for it.
Coach Wade, you mentioned Amari a little bit, his leadership improvement. He's played here for a little bit, but is that the area since you've taken over, you've seen him grow the most? Is just being able to be somebody that other guys in the room can count on and he can teach them up?
Yeah, for sure, and he'll probably tell you that too. Just maturity and growth as a leader, and it's been really good for our defense and our team as a whole. He's a guy on our team that people listen to and they follow behind. And he might not stand up in front of the team and do a whole speech, but when he's on, he's coaching. In the summer, he spent a ton of extra time with guys, working them out, helping them, bringing along the guys. He taking a coach-like mentality towards it. In the room, he can go through the whole install it. And so, it hurt him a little bit. I think he was a little down, being injured last year because that made it really tough for him. He didn't get to play like he wanted to. He's a heck of a football player. But man, just his leadership and his football IQ makes him whole. It builds on top of that what he is as a player. So I'm really excited to see what he can do for us this year, stepping up in that leadership role for sure.
Sometimes sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, just another guy in your room, Mike Gunn. I remember back in spring, other players were talking about him. He's a long guy, 6'3". What is it that makes you feel like he's going to be able to break through a deep rotation and potentially see the field this year?
Yeah, and nowadays in college football, which is great for us, we're still in the business of developing players. And the way that you develop them is you try to find ways for them to play, way for them to get on the football field. And so when we recruit, we let guys know, hey, we're bringing you here to develop you, to play you. And that's what we do. And so when we recruited him, he brings some length to our room that we don't have. He's a cover corner, he can cover really well for his size, moves really well. He loves football. He's a great kid. Always smiling. So he brings some stuff to the room that we want, and we want to develop him. I want him to be better next year than he was this year. And so I think we'll try to find a way so that he can get spots where he can continue to get better. And he's shown us that so far. So if he continue to keep doing that, we look forward to trying to get him in the mix.
Talking about Williams and Hopkins, sometimes you come off an injury, it takes you a little while to kind of get back to who you were. You've seen them so far, spring ball, fall camp. Do they look like the guys you recruited now? Do you feel like that there's anything that they're still kind of working towards to get back to?
Yeah, I would say from Mo, man, he looks like himself. He looking good. Even better to the part of, like, we were looking at a play the other day, and I asked him what gave it away. He jumped a slant like the second play of the scrimmage, and he picked it off. And I was just like, what gave it away? And he told me, like, well, I know if number 2 coming out, then one's going to break in. He's reading the offense and stuff like that. So he's right in the groove where he needs to be. And then for Hop, what people don't get with Hop is he's an athlete. He played all over in high school. So really DB is like kind of new to him. But like every year that he gets a chance to consistently work through it, and he start hitting his stride or getting his techniques and stuff right, he probably can be one of the high-level DBs, really just football players in general in our conference. And so I think for camp, I see it already happen, the progression of him getting better. And I think his shoulders are really good right now, the surgery they had. He's feeling confident in it. And so I just see him getting better and better over the time. I can see it in the camp and going into the season, him kind of hitting his full stride and being a really big impact player for us.
And two, you mentioned Damon Harmon, and that's a guy that kind of excited about for them coming in last year. It's tough when you don't play a whole year, though. Or is it 1 year or 2 years that he's been out now with him?
Well, he's kind of. You have to get his story. It's kind of had a tough story, as far as being coming out, going to Oklahoma, going to a big time school like that, and then having to transfer, and then get a chance to get into the school, and then we were able to get him here, and Coach Chadwell kind of took him on faith base. Hey man, look, it's kind of like your last stop, last opportunity. Even to the fact that he wasn't able to play last year, like, hey, this kind of like a test run for you to come here. And he went to scout team, and he was down with the offense. He did whatever for the team. Definitely had some hard times. Some times that you make it kind of tough because you want to go play. But he did everything we asked him to do. He was academically eligible. He worked his butt off in the classroom, worked his butt off on the football field for us. And you can see the ability. He has the ability. So we're looking forward to seeing how he can get in on the field. I think it'll be pretty exciting. So.